Hey, hello everyone, and thanks for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, City of Las Vegas Communications Director David Riggleman. Coming up on this show, a new store is serving up sweet treats in Ward 5, and the Bolden Area Command celebrates 20 years of service to our community. Hard to believe. Here to discuss these topics and a whole lot more is the councilman who represents Ward 5. You know who it is, Mr. Cedric Creer. How are you?
I'm great, Mr. Riggleman. So many things have gone on. So many things are happening. Just great to be the councilman for Ward 5, I tell you.
A lot happening. We got a full show, full show today. So let's just jump right in here. You know Ward 5 very well. It's your stomping ground. For those of you out there not exactly sure where we're talking about, we're going to show you right there on the map. It's the area that really encompasses a portion of our downtown, but then extends all the way out to the northwest, kind of running along the north and east of US 95, so you have your bearings there.
It is, and it also goes out to Lone Mountain and Rancho area there, which is part of the new census, which we talked about, and we've gotten an extension of our Ward 5. It really is a very vast and dynamic ward, I tell you. You got a lot of inner city, you've got some rural areas.
Yeah.
It really is pretty cool.
It is, and of course, if you're a resident there, you're represented on the city council by Mr. Cedric Creer. Now, Councilman, we love it when new businesses open, especially after a thing called a pandemic. And so this is a really cool store. Back on November 3rd, it was the official grand opening of Sight and Sound Candy.
Yes.
And this opened right in the heart of Ward 5. So tell us about this place.
Well, you know, the cool thing about this place is that it is a heritage, the name Sight and Sound. The original is Larry's Sight and Sound, which is where we all went. Look, this is before Tower Records, Warehouse, all these other places. If you want to buy an album or a cassette tape or to get a mixtape, you went to Larry's Sight and Sound. And if you want to go buy a stereo, a Wi-Fi, a hi-fi, I should say.
Yeah, hi-fi.
Hi-fi, right? To get a hi-fi, you go to Larry's Sight and Sound. And Larry's, a few years ago, moved over on MOK. And so right next door is Larry's Sight and Sound. And then his granddaughter, Leslie Thompson, Leslie Thomas, who is owner of Sight and Sound Candy, opening up right next door. So it's pretty cool. We're really happy for her, really proud of her.
And this is really a great concept because it's kind of a retro candy and treats, right?
I tell you what, I was shocked. They also do parties and events there, but I was shocked with the candy. They've got now laters, whatchamacallits, Chico sticks. They've got all the stuff that we all grew up with, and it is just as fresh and just as good. Pop Rocks
look at those.
that you see, it is amazing the stuff they have in there. And I urge you to stop by. It's right on MLK between Owens and Washington, and it's just great.
Well,
it really is really cool. That's a Chico stick in my hand.
Yeah.
How about that?
And what a beautiful shop too.
Yes.
Like they got the fiddle faddle. There you go. That'll take you back in time.
Yeah, but like I was saying, they also host events and they host parties. So if you're looking to have a cool place to have a party, go talk to them. Leslie, make sure you tell her that Cedric Creer sent you over, and just really happy for her.
Yeah, good luck to them. And again, wonderful to see new businesses opening.
Yes.
Especially after the last couple of years.
I agree.
So
I agree. And we have to support our businesses, our local businesses.
Exactly, especially the small ones. It's so true, so true. And this was very cool, Councilman. Back on October 8th, since the last time you've been on the show, you had Community Appreciation Day at Historic West Side Legacy Park. And this was very special because you honored some of the original committee members, right?
We did. And, you know, look, this is one of the reasons we love our West Side Legacy Park. Not only are we honoring our trailblazers, which you see 3 of them there, but we want to have events there. We've had events, we've had concerts there, we've had school kids come out to the park and enjoy the park. But we were specially honored the 3 original committee members of the evaluation committee who decides who gets into the park. Jackie Brantley, Ramon Savoy, and Clay T. White.
And so
we were just thanking them and honoring them, and a lot of people came out for that. And it was a great event, great day, but it was just really, really nice.
Councilman, for those that aren't familiar, tell them what Legacy Park, tell them about it.
Sure, Legacy Park is a park that we created right in our Enterprise Park Zone, which is right on MLK and Lake Mead. It is a park that will highlights the trailblazers that have come before us, and some of them are still here. And it's a way for us to honor them and recognize them for all that they've done.
The community
people who change the landscape of our community. And it's, from the first landowner in the historic West Side to James Gay, who's done a lot. To
judges.
And so Charles West, the first black doctor in the history of our state. It's just all those and everybody in between that are there. And so we've had 2 inductions, 36 individuals the first year, 22 individuals the second year, and so we are taking applications now for the third year.
Very important.
And so I urge you to go to the city's website and Legacy Park, and you'll be able to see it. And if you have somebody you think is worthwhile getting in, I urge you to put an application in.
Sounds good.
Yes.
It's a wonderful concept, and it's been so well received. It's a beautiful park.
It is.
And gets a lot of visitors. Councilman, I love this, Drew. Maybe he's as a future trailblazer as Pastor Kelsey West. You honored him as the October Citizen of the Month at City Council. This was back on October 19th. And it was a very nice day because he showed up, of course, as the honoree, but his whole family was there, too.
They were. And Pastor West is the pastor, senior pastor at Nehemiah Ministries. And he has done just an amazing job of being a true humble community servant. One of the big things that he started, 20-some-odd years ago was the trips to colleges. He takes kids to colleges around the country. They've gone everywhere from the South to the East to the West Coast. And many of these students, some have never been out of Nevada, 1. 2, the only opportunity they're going to get a chance to go to a school outside of maybe local ones here is through Pastor West's program. And he's done it every year. 2 of my interns that work for our office they knew each other. And where did they know each other from? Because they both went on Pastor West's trip to
you talk about leaving a legacy.
Yes.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Yes, and every year it grows and it grows and it grows. And I tell you, he's probably taken thousands of kids to go look at colleges. And how important is it just to get a kid on a campus, no matter where it is or what campus? It's important to get a kid on a campus because they have a high likelihood of attending college when they actually get on a campus.
That's right. To say, hey, you know what? I think I can do this.
I think I can do this. I think I can see it. I can visualize myself
right here,
being right here.
Exactly.
So he is doing great work.
Good for him. Well, congratulations to him and to you for honoring him. Well deserved. Now, at that very same meeting, Councilman, you also had another very important honoree. You posted this on Facebook. You said, Harvey Munford has changed the lives of so many people. And that is certainly the case. And there's Harvey, the tall guy on the right. Yeah. And we're naming a street after him.
We are. Mr. Munford has lived on this street, Sunny Place, for as far back as I know. And it's right around the corner from my home that I grew up in, and he's hosted at that every year, a big Halloween event. He brings kids out, he rides the horses, and he's done so much. He was a teacher in the Clark County School District for decades. I can't begin to tell you how many times people, and even when we honored him, how many people said, oh, he was my teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, he was my teacher. Oh, you honored my teacher. And it is endless how many lives that he's touched. And then he also served 12 years in the legislature. He was my assemblyman also.
And before that, Councilman, he did a little professional basketball.
He played a little basketball.
He
did. Raised
like
his
for the
family
Lakers
here.
and some teams.
He is sort of the silent giant in our community, and it was just great to recognize it. We are going to have a ceremony on November the 10th, right at the street of Sunny Place in Washington, where we're going to unveil Harvey Munford Street in Washington. That's going to be on November the 10th at 11 a.m. You're all welcome to come and celebrate Mr. Munford.
Yeah, and even if you see this after the fact, go and look at the sign.
Yeah,
it'll be there.
I'm really excited about it, and it's just really great to see. We always want to give people their flowers while they're here to see it still. And that's a nice thing. And this is another way to recognize him for that.
Well, congratulations to him.
Yes.
And then, Councilman, another little honor. You had the West Side Oasis honor. Now, tell everybody about this. This was done for the historic West Side. What was this?
Well, many times I'm the one giving out the honors, but I was that evening an honoree. And it's a group out of the West Side Oasis, which is a restaurant bar It used to be 7 Seas, but it's there now.
Yeah, the famous 7 Seas.
Seven Seas. And so this organization, the original OGs, they call themselves, honored me as being a good community servant, and it was very nice of them. It was a great turnout that evening, and like anytime you get recognized for some of the work that we're doing, I'm very humbled by it. But it's also great to see that the community is recognizing the work that we are doing, and they see the progress we're making.
We certainly hear about it when they're unhappy.
We do.
So it's nice to hear when they're happy as well.
You are completely right. So it's great to see that they see the work that we're doing, and they honored us for that. So it's very kind of them. Thank you very much.
It's very nice.
I'll take it.
Very nice and well deserved. That's
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
And then, Councilman, I love this too. Speaking of business and helping business get going, our cultural tourism incubator with Nevada Partners, this has been a big success as well.
It is, and it was a big event. This is a partnership with the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Bo Bernhardt, who heads up a lot of the research and Black Fire there, and this is in conjunction with Nevada Partners, the city of North Las Vegas, with Pamela Goins-Brown, who represents this area, to bring UNLV into our core of our historic West Side, and we've done just that. They're going to be there, doing a lot of research and tourism, looking at ways to increase tourism to come into the historic West Side.
Wow.
Also, people will be able to come in and get educational resources that'll be there also. But it's great, and this is our really first step with getting UNLV into the community.
Oh, that's great.
We have other things planned with them, and we want to make sure that our only research institution has a footprint in our community.
That's great.
Yeah, it's vitally important on a lot of levels, and it's great to see. And I have to thank Dr. Keith Whitfield, who's the president
there,
of UNLV, who really has rolled up his sleeves and really told his team that this is something we really want to do.
Good for them.
Yes.
Good for them.
Yes. Because look, without his leadership on this, it would come to a halt. So I am thankful that he is eager and roaring to go with all the things we have going on.
And it's going to just further higher education in our community, which improves everyone's life.
It does. So we have UNLV now. We have the College of Southern Nevada with our Workforce Development Center, which is hopefully going to break ground next year, right at the West Side School area, which is going to get people trained for manufacturing, construction, trades, information technology, and healthcare. So we are moving forward.
Getting it done.
Yeah,
That's great.
we are. And these partnerships are so important.
Yep, they are. And
yes.
that's going to be a wonderful one all the way. And then, Councilman, I love this. You posted this on Facebook. You said, we had a lot of fun talking old school while filming the KCEP 50th anniversary documentary with General Manager Craig Knight and team. And this is a nice honor for them.
It is. KCEP, the People Station.
Years.
Yeah, it's called the People Stations for a reason, because of the fact that it does so much community work. They have been around before I was born, and they have done so much good things. The EOB, Economic Opportunity Board, oversees it. And not only are they playing music that's there, but they're a resource for the community. I always say that when I was growing up, if you wanted to hear something, if you wanted to know what's going on, you listen to KCP.
Yeah.
My father used to have a little small transitional radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Back in the day.
With the batteries,
every single morning with batteries. Every single morning he would get dressed to go to his office and go to work. He had on KCP in the morning. So I listened to that my entire life. And
50 years old.
Yeah, and I didn't realize how much of a community resource it was when I was a kid. I wanted to hear music. But now I realize how much community service it is. Sure. And I also have to thank the Centennial Commission, even though I sit on the commission, my fellow commissioners, for supporting this project because they are receiving funding from the Centennial Commission to make this happen.
That's a great point, Councilman. The Centennial Commission, through the sale of the Las Vegas Centennial license plates. The money from that goes to further Las Vegas history. So projects like this documentary further this history of our community are eligible for the funding. And the plate has done very well since the Centennial back in 2005. So there's a lot of money that is generated. And of Great project. I love documentaries like that.
Yeah, well, look, because it tells the story of our great city. And I could see this being phase one, because KCP has been the hub of so many things that happen in the black community. And there are a lot of different angles that they could go with this. And so I'm positive this is going to be I can't wait to see it when it's finished. It's going to be fantastic. But hopefully we can also find other avenues to document our rich history centered around KCP, because they're the people station.
Yeah, exactly. And going strong after 50 years, not bad. Not bad at all. Some other great anniversaries out there, too. You posted this on Facebook. You said it was an honor to present this special proclamation to the Neon Museum's Executive Director, Aaron Berger, inside of the Neon Boneyard, naming today as Neon Museum Day. They celebrated 10 years, Councilman.
10 years.
That's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. And I think that when it was announced that this was going to be the Boneyard Museum, for us Vegas folk, I used to go to all those places, the Sahara, the Silver Slipper, the Riviera, even the Moulin Rouge, which was closed, had events. I remember seeing the sign out front for decades, and to see them now in a place where it showcases our rich history. Because neon was probably our national light, for state light was neon for decades. To see that and to have a place to go through and see all those signs, I think is remarkable. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if anybody would have thought that it would be as successful as it is after 10 years. I know that many people probably thought, it's pretty cool to have it over there. But the amount of traffic that it gets, it is now in an accredited museum, which is tough to do. Yeah. And it is the legitimate. And I urge anybody to go by and check it out. The leadership are great, the board is great, and it's just so exciting to have it there.
You know, Councilman, it's really a source of pride for the city, because the city served as the seed to get that museum going, as well as the Mob Museum. Yeah. And a lot of city staff kind of helped nurture it along, and then when it was able to stand on its own, we turned it over to their board. But the city staff worked so hard to get the Neon Museum and the Mob Museum off the ground.
That's another. The Mob Museum is just so popular. It is also credited, and it's one of the most popular museums in the entire country. Yeah. So here we all have that in Ward 5, in conjunction with the Discovery Children's Museum, the Smith Center,
wow, look at
the Neon Museum, the Mob Museum.
You're not too proud.
Hey, Ward 5 is a cultural epicenter of the city.
It really is. Right? All the things that you've named are all in Ward 5.
Yeah, Natural History Museum is also in Ward 5. So look, if you want some history and if you want some culture, you come on into Ward 5.
It's so true. And enjoy it, because none of those places disappoint at all. Yes. So very cool. And hey, we're going to keep on the tradition of anniversaries here. You also posted this on Facebook. You said, congratulations, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, Bolden Area Command, on 20 years of service and commitment to our community. Yeah. And this was a big deal.
How special is this? Bolden Area Command right on Enterprise Park, which does so much within the community. We work with them so much. Captain Hatchett, who's there now. It was great to see my old friend Carolyn Bolden, whose father is the namesake of Bolden Area Command, Larry Bolden. Yeah. They put on an amazing event that night to celebrate the 20 years. And, look, I can't wait for 20 more. They are a great partner to the city. They are a great partner to the community.
Yeah, they are. And Councilman, that ability for the police to know the community, not during a crisis, but just in advance of anything going wrong, is so key.
It is. And, Bolden Little League and so many other events that we put on, our Trunk and Treat, they do a great job.
Yeah, a great partner with the community all the way around. And not to be outdone, Councilman, now you're giving love to the Bolden Area Command. Shaquille O'Neal himself was also going to give some love to the Downtown Area Command by passing out some free tickets. Now, what were these two?
So every year, the Shaquille O'Neal Foundation hosts the event, and the event is a black tie event that takes place at the MGM Grand. Entertainment range from everybody from Snoop Dogg to Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, that's right.
To her, just a great event. It raises money to serve in Las Vegas and my community, which is an underserved community. And so So, they've raised about $3 million each year, give or take. And Shaquille actually came down to Downtown Area Command. He actually gave out free tickets to the event to the officers that are there. And, anytime Shaq walks into the room, it's an event itself.
Yeah. Because, 7'4" of him or whatever he is,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and Shaquille is a great guy. People
really
have not had a chance to meet him. He's a wonderful individual. He loves supporting communities. He loves supporting the cops as well.
And Las Vegas is one of those communities that he has really embraced.
He has. Yeah. He has a home here, and he's here. His business managers are here. So Las Vegas is, I think one of his homes is not, his home. He is really here often.
Invested in the community.
And he's doing a lot, and we're working with him on a lot of different things.
I was going to
starting with the Shaquille O'Neal basketball course at Doolittle we've done, but other things are coming on the horizon. So look out.
I've noticed you two are always like hanging out too, you and Shaquille. So
well, Shaquille's here and he's engaged in the community. We love him, and like I said, and always, he's a great guy, right? If you don't like hanging out with Shaq, you might want to look in the mirror because Shaq is a cool dude. He always says that he's in the fun business.
Yeah,
and he does it very well.
You consider too, just how successful he's been. He hasn't played professional basketball in a number of years, but that hasn't slowed him down. He's still as big a name now as he ever was.
It hasn't slowed him down, but there's a reason why I think corporations want to work with him. Shaq, he shows up on time. He does the job. He's no drama, no issues. He just comes in and handles his business, and he goes on. He has a number of businesses that he's engaged in. But he's the type of guy that you would want type of person you would want to be a partner with.
Yeah, exactly. Well, congratulations to him, and I'm sure a lot of the officers that they were thrilled getting to go to that event all the way around. And then, Councilman, we just had Halloween since you were on the show last time around. You posted this on Facebook. You said we had a huge turnout, and folks, you're going to see huge here in a moment, at our Community Safe Night at Doolittle. Thank you to everyone who came out and the vendors for all your help. Now, wait till you see this crowd.
Yeah,
everybody.
I tell you, this is the biggest crowd that we've had for a trick or treat event. That's just outside the front. The inside was packed. In the back, we had a haunted house which was taking place, which was crowded. On the fields, we had big jumpy houses and entertainment going on there. Also, it really, really was an amazing event, and the community came out. All of our vendors were great, handing out candy, safe candy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is important. It's a safe night for us. That's my staff and team, the Ward 5 team there. We really had a great time, and what a great event. And I got to thank everybody. I got to thank Doolittle, Bolden Area Command, Marcus Allen with the barbershop, who was the original person that put it together, and Masterpiece, and they just got out. They go above and beyond.
Well,
fantastic.
And Councilman, obviously people want to make sure their kids are safe on Halloween, and by the turnout there, you really get the idea that, hey, a safe event where you're going to have fun, safe candy, safe everything. It's obviously well in demand.
Our marshals were there, and they showed up, and they do an amazing job. So it was just a true community event that we had a lot of fun at.
Yeah, big turnout, too. That was a huge turnout. Wow.
Yeah, great. Can't wait till next year.
Exactly. Better buy more candy and stuff because we're going to need it. Exactly.
The vendors that hand out the candy are like, well, we're going to bring. I go, look, I'm going to tell you something.
Bring more than you think.
Bring more than what you think. So
we'll show them that video and they'll know what we're talking about.
Bring more than what you think you're going to need.
And then, Councilman, I love this too. You and your colleagues on the city council really you work very hard to make yourselves accessible to the constituents out there. Case in point, you posted this on Facebook. You said, we had a great time at our Careers Community Conversation this morning, thanks to our wonderful host, Tina Giles. And this is just a chance for people to come out and chat with you, right?
It is.
At the Grits Cafe.
Yeah, Grits Cafe. Trina is the owner of Grits and a great host, amazing breakfast as well. And we come out, we meet with constituents and people that want to talk to us about what's going on, and they get some time with me directly. And I think it's really great when we do that. Once again, we had a huge turnout for this, and it was great. It's always great for people to have access. You want to not always make it where you need to come down to City Hall. Right. We need to come to you in the community, and we've done just that. And
I think people are always intimidated a little bit by that too. Got to go down to City Hall, and it's I don't know, maybe put a few people off. But
it
when
does.
you just have chat over breakfast.
Yes.
That's not so scary.
Yep, it was great, and I can't wait to the next one.
Yeah, you do those regularly.
We do.
And we'll keep you posted on the city's website, Councilman's page, as far as when the next one is. They're really great and informal, and you'll get a good meal in the deal, too. So, well, Councilman, we're running out of time here, but we want to tell everybody out there, hey, we always want to hear from you. So if you have something you'd like to share with Councilman Cedric Creer, you can find him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also contact the councilman by picking up the phone, 702-229-6405, or send him an email. His address is ccreer@lasvegasnevada.gov, and he or one of his great staff will get right back to you. And it's hard to believe we are heading into the holiday time.
We are.
We're there.
We are, and I may not see you before that. So happy holidays, everybody. Be safe, be smart. And if you need something, please reach out to us because we are here for you.
Yeah, they always take care of it. They do. You guys always jump on it. So, well, happy holidays to you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You as well.
And I will see you, hopefully, I think I'll see you before the end of the year.
Yes.
But folks, don't miss our next show on November 24th with Ward 1 City Councilman Brian Knutson. Now, you can now catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. Also, look for our QR code during the closing credits of this show to sign up for our newsletter. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time around.